everybody, welcome out to the backyard on a wet, cool day here in central Mississippi. We were so dry during the summer, we'll welcome all of this rain. We're not going to complain even though we do. This video is going to take place, but in order to see this completed dish, you're going to have to watch the next video. So you're going to have to wait a week. When this one comes out, 1 week after it, will be the completed dish. Now, for those of you that have been following me, and I know I'm starting to get a few, and I just want to say thank you. Hats off to everybody that comments, likes, subscribes, and does all that stuff for us. We really appreciate it. But for those of you that have started following me and asking questions, this dish does not require anything at all except for warming some stuff up on the stove. Lacey, you'll have to go get that. But we ran out here and forgot that. But this dish is typically an assembly. Okay? The sauce or the dressing that we're going to put on that, I don't even know if it's really a sauce or a dressing, the liquid that we're going to use to kind of season this dish is typically heated up and reduced on the stove. And we'll go through all those steps as we do it. But really, other than that, which is boiling water, there's no cooking skills required in this whatsoever. And she's bringing me what we typically always forget. We're going to have to make us a list, folks, so we don't forget stuff we're supposed to bring out here, but we're human. We're not fancy professional chefs in any of this. We're just doing what we're doing. Okay. So after I did all that rambling, what are we doing? We're doing pineapple salsa. I've cooked this a bunch, a lot of different events. People love this dish. And so we're going to put that together for you today. And when I say put it together, I'm talking about put it together. No cooking required in this dish. Now, I do got my cheat notes because sometimes I'm a little different on what I put in it, depending on what we have. I want to give you the correct recipe. You can scale it up or down as you see fit. All right, so to that, we want to put 1 cup of chunked, you can use crushed, but I prefer chunked pineapple, drained, but save that juice. In any of this, don't throw that pineapple juice away, okay? And to that, you can zoom on up here if you want. And to that, we're going to add 1 can of drained whole kernel corn. Drained, save the juice. The juice can be mixed in with the pineapple juice because it's going to get mixed in there. Okay? We want to use 1 can of washed or rinsed off black beans. Do not save that juice. Okay? If you don't rinse these off, you're going to get a gray texture to this dish. And it's not going to, it'll taste fine, but it's not going to be appealing. Then we're going to add half of a red onion. It's about a medium-sized red onion, and dice on this doesn't have to be much different than the size of a kernel of corn, okay? And then in here, we've got half of a red pepper and half of a green bell pepper, simply because I wanted the color. You can use 1 red, 1 green, you can 1 orange, 1 yellow, whatever you want to use. But for me, I've got yellow corn in here, so I'm going to use a little something different. 1 finely chopped jalapeno pepper, and remove the seeds for this dish, okay? All right, so if my bowls are not too small, I'm going to give this a little mix here. And you can kind of see why I used the red and the green bell pepper, because we've got a lot of different colors going on in here with our pineapple chunks. I'm going to step away here just a second. This right here, folks, is going to be for the second video. We're getting that grease ready. I'm going to put a lid on it so we don't sling nothing in there. But that probably has your curiosity. You can come back a week after this airs and see the whole thing. All right, now to this, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of parsley. You can use cilantro or parsley, whichever you prefer. The reason we didn't use cilantro, we didn't have it today. So we're going with the parsley. Give this a good mix. Now, those culinary folks out there saying there's no salt, there's no pepper, there's not any of that in here. Okay. There's not. We just got these vegetables mixed together. Take a look at that. That looks pretty nice just like it is. But you heard me talking about reserving the juice. This is the juice. This is from 1 can of corn and 1 can of pineapple juice. To that, we've added about 2 tablespoons of honey, about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a tablespoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and that's it. We put this on the stove. We reduced it or thickened it just a little bit so that it's not super runny. And we're going to put, this whole amount will not go on there. I've got you in this recipe, you're going to make more of this than what you're going to want to use. But I'm going to say about 4 tablespoons to start out with. We're going to stir this up. And it's got about, you can see there's about 1.5 inches in the bottom of this bowl. But it'll absorb up. Now, like I say, we got the salt and pepper in that juice, and the honey and the brown sugar, and reducing it. It's going to stick to everything, and you can see a sheen or shiny stuff on all of our stuff we got in here. Reach over here. If I don't pull the tablecloth off, I'm going to reach over here and get me a little bite of a little bit of everything. That's just right. And like I say, it made this a bunch. You would think this is a more summertime, springtime dish, and it is, but it goes any time of year. Now this is a side. We call it pineapple salsa. What's it going to be going with? Not going to tell you. Tune in the week. See the rest of this dish, folks. Enjoy. And in here we've got some chopped olives. Not chopped olives, I'm sorry. Chopped walnuts. I don't know where my mind went there. That got me.